What's up, y'all? How we doing? How we doing? Give me a quick second here. I'll be right with you. Hope everyone had a good weekend. So, fun news. I've been doing some more experimenting and searching for stuff. I found some better sounds. I also found a way to keep my instrument playing so I don't have to keep going back and forth and cutting off the sound when I want to do stuff and all that stuff. So, that's going to be fun. All right. There we go. All right, y'all. So welcome. So I'm just gonna go through the sounds real quick, or at least show you guys the marimba sound and vibraphone sound I found, and then we'll do some exploring with some other sounds and stuff like that. But yeah, here's it's on the marimba sound right now. So here's what it sounds like. And here's some more of the lower octave stuff. So there's the marimba. Here's the vibraphone. So yeah, those are like the two main sounds I'm really excited about having in my arsenal. Like I've been trying to find an official vibraphone sound, official marimba sound, because you know I do those things. So yeah, now we're just gonna get into playing. I'm gonna use some of the. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'll start out with marimba. Yeah, I'll start out with vibraphone. There's a track I had um, play for a little bit for you guys. It was the Flying Battery Zone, so we're gonna play to that today. Play more to that. Um, I'm still trying to figure out what track I want to do next, so that's why I don't have a new one for you this week. I might go back into some of the old stuff later tonight, but we'll see. All right, here we go. Right on, y'all. Right on, right on. So there we go. We got sounds. So we'll explore a little bit more of those later. But what y'all think of those sounds so far? You like them? You don't like them? Let me know in the comments. But we'll have some more fun with those as the night goes on. But this is what I got. Oh, I also got this one. I didn't use it yet, but I got this one. Is it that one? Honestly, I can't remember. Is it this one? What? There's like a 80s one I used. This one. There we go. Something like that. But yeah, we'll explore some more. Also, I got drum set. Here, let me see. Also, it's kind of tricky because I got to put it in the right octave to trigger the right sounds. Okay, there we go. And then since, I'm not really a drummer, I could do this. I got good diddles. Fun stuff, fun stuff. That probably sounded like a bunch of, because the mic picked up all of that. Here, let me try it again. So, fun stuff, fun stuff. All right, well, I don't know what we're going to play today. What are we going to play today? Thought about playing some Ape Escape. I don't know. Let's do. I didn't save that Sonic 3D Blast I was playing last time. You know what? Let's play. Since we're in a Sonic 3 mood, we'll play some Sonic 3. So, but anyways, what y'all got going on this week? Me, I got lessons, things, figuring out this more. The thing that I'm working on is coming soon. Should arrive within the week. I think the last update I saw was coming the 24th. So that'll be fun. Can't wait to show you guys what I've been doing. I know the buildup is crazy. Alright. So, I think I said I was gonna play just good old fashioned Sonic 3, right? I gotta get into this Golden Axe eventually. Is it on Golden Axe? Okay. And then also the Revenge of Shinobi. Why is it so dark? I don't know. I guess because it's nighttime. Youngster 8. Oh, you added more to your name. What's up, man? Welcome in. We're gonna play some Sonic today. Turn it down a little bit. Oh, hold on. We need some sound. I forgot I turned the sound off because I was recording for one of my clips. Oh. I promise I know what I'm doing. There we go. That's better. Get some sound up in this piece. Wonderful. Alright. Do I want to go through the whole game? Yes, let's go through the whole game. Wrong button. Keep forgetting that. Gotta press the actual start button. The start button. a start button. Oh, I gotta make sure I'm in the right octave. There we go. There we go. We're cooking. We're cooking. Ah. So I think I want to do. I've been thinking about redoing my Angel Island arrangement. I don't think I'm gonna make it. There we go. Ooh, made it just in time. I like what I did with my Angel Island arrangement. That was cool. But I think now that I have an official instrument, I want to try to do it again. Give you guys something to chomp your teeth into as viewers. Which, by the way, I appreciate your viewership. Yeah, we're definitely playing this on supersonic mode because I don't want to waste time with special stages. It's not that I waste time, it's just that's the only way I play the game. You know, either we're supersonic or nothing. Either we get supersonic or nothing. See you, Tails. Lots of A minor. What? That was weird. Oh, what's going on there? Ah. Really? All good. I don't know why the melody isn't playing, but we'll figure it out later. Look! Is that right? I know that root is definitely A minor. Yes, I won. Alright, we're not gonna waste too much time on getting lives and stuff. Just gonna get through the rest. I just did that for that beginning part, and I'll definitely get this one. But no more side quests. Yeah, there's the melody on that one. I guess the extra splashes are affecting it a little bit. Oh, screw you, bro. Man, the sound delay throws me off just a little bit. Not much if I'm like really into it and paying attention. Not paying attention. Alright, focus, focus. I am speed. Why did I do that? Damn. And zoomy zoom. Alright, alright. So, I don't know. Not much to talk about this week. Let's see what's happening in the streamer world. Kai Cenat's trying to expand his I don't know, speaking or whatever. He's reading. The boy's reading, and it's a beautiful thing to see. You know, expanding his vocabulary, looking up words he don't know how to say, looking up words he don't know the definition of, and it's cool to see. You know, especially someone at that high caliber. He realizes the status he has. He realizes the impact that he has on the young people, and it's cool to see to give him a role model to see somebody doing something positive with their platform. I tell you what, man, these big streamers, a lot of them get on my nerves. You know, like, I know Speed, he's doing stuff, going to Africa and things, but I can only handle Speed in doses. Just handle Speed in doses. He's such high energy, barking at people, making weird faces. I can only handle him in doses. But the fact that he's showing a positive light on the continent of Africa, that's right, continent, not country, and just showing the different cultures and different areas and neighborhoods, it's cool to see. I probably should have went the other way first. Please don't hit me. Thank you. And that's dope to see. All the places he's visiting. And I feel like in a way he's using his platform in a positive way as well. But, oh my goodness. his energy is draining. His energy is draining. But, these other streamers, I know there's like a kid named Neon. I don't know. I saw him on the Breakfast Club, and, he was trying to make up for some crazy things he said. I don't know. Not really a fan of his. Oh, there's another one. Another streamer that's just adorable. Extra Emily. Have you seen clips of her running around? Sure reminds me of a few of my students. It's kind of funny to watch, but she's got some good energy. Who else? Oh, there's one boy from my hometown, Danny Bands. I've been checking in on him just because you gotta rep the home team. He's hilarious. Low energy. He's got about the same energy I do. But he's pretty funny. But other than that, yeah, oh, I should have transformed. That's okay. I forgot to transform. But as far as the Kai Cenat situation, you know, some people had a problem with it. Or maybe not had a problem with it, but just like were given a hard time for it. And I'm just like, y'all just don't like seeing people succeed. Y'all don't like seeing people do better with their lives. And it's messed up that some people think that way. But it's cool to see. Sorry, I gotta focus on this. Come on, easy, easy. I'm really close to getting this finished. Honestly, it'll probably be, now that I'm thinking about it, it'll probably be the next track I put together. I'll you know, put it on my the thing that I use for tracks and just play along to it. I tell you what, this has become a far more efficient way to spit out content. By the way, if y'all been liking this, I've been posting 2 videos a day on the YouTubes. I'll stream on Sundays around 6, 7 o'clock Mountain Time, because that's the time I use. And then, you know, I'll post clips of my playing throughout the week, and gives people an idea of what I'm about. Doesn't seem to mess up my algorithm too much, as far as it figuring out where to put me. Especially since I've gained like 6 subscribers since changing to this new format. So I got something good going on. Yes. I always hate triggering it this early because you gotta deal with the music. So glad they changed it for later iterations, as well as the Sonic Mania. Easy, easy. Oh my god, easy, easy, easy. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah, this new content. Yeah, so it's working out so far. It's already getting subscribers. By the way, you know, I know I say this every stream, but I gotta, you know, make sure it's clear. If you're subscribing for drum corps reactions and things like that, appreciate you for tuning in. Just know that I do more than just drum corps reactions, as you can clearly see. This is a music channel. It's a music gaming channel. So we do a little bit of both. Music mainly inspired by the drum corps world, the WGI world, because that's where I come from. That's where the majority of my musical education came from. I know I did like band in high school and stuff, but the majority of my where I got better and things like that. Why did I do that? I know I do that so because it glitches, so I do that to avoid the glitch, but I don't think I need to do that. Yeah, it only does that on like the original version of Sonic 3. Because I thought he was gonna go stay golden for a while. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. But yeah, my upbringing as far as, or not upbringing, but as far as where I improved the most musically is in doing WGI ensembles and especially drum corps. Like they will always say, no matter what drum corps you do, you are going to get better, and that was definitely true. Now I know it's been about 20 something years since I did drum corps. Not 20. Whew, not 20 years. It's been about. It's pretty close, but it's been about, a decade or so since I did drum corps. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. I don't know if I'm gonna go for all the rings on this, but it's been about a decade since I did drum corps, and yeah, my chops are a little lacking right now. The muscles I use to play my instrument, but the basis of the skills that I learned while doing drum corps, while doing WGI, are still there. That's why I'm such a proponent of it. I know some band directors might not agree with me, and they'd rather focus on their concert bands, which I feel like concert band has its place, but as a percussionist, I feel like I gained more knowledge and more experience as a percussionist in WGI ensembles and in drum corps. But I know some of these band directors out here, they go hardcore in their concert programs, and some of these concert band repertoire, concert band songs have a little bit more meat on the bones as far as percussion repertoire and percussion contribution. But for the most part, I feel like there's still more involvements in WGI ensembles and DCI ensembles. That's just me. From a musical standpoint, I feel like it's, yeah. But I can understand, some band directors don't want to shell out the amount of time and commitment and money it would take to, you have one of those ensembles perform at a high level, and they would rather put their energy into concert ensembles, and there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, it's funny. I said I wasn't gonna go for all the rings, as I'm going for all the rings. So that's kind of my motivation for trying to fund my own ensemble, to just give kids a place to get better and improve in areas of percussion at a higher level than what's probably provided to them at their school. Now some schools, they can manage to have private lessons and private classes dedicated to percussion. Most schools don't. I know my high school, we had it 1 year. We had the opportunity to have a percussion class. And that's also part of the reason why I improved so much as a percussionist, because of that class. But it didn't last long, unfortunately. But, the time I had with it was definitely beneficial and helpful in my musical journey. But, it'd be cool to see more programs do that. Because honestly, the problem is, so a lot of band directors, they are wind players. They're either saxophone players. A lot of them aren't percussionists. So what happens is they get kids coming in expecting, you know, them to be at a level that most horn players are when they come from middle school. But the problem is, a lot of percussionists, especially if the middle school band director wasn't a percussionist too, is a lot of percussionists go into high school learning technique and things like that for the very first time. They didn't learn that in middle school. So we end up having to teach, technique and stuff as freshmen. Oh, to them as freshmen. And so they end up, in a way, kind of behind the rest of the horn line. Like a lot of the horn line guys, they learn how to play their instruments and, they adapt well and, they're able to actually advance. But like percussion, we gotta kind of start from scratch. And in concert band, there isn't really a lot of time to do that. It's a lot of, remember what you learned in middle school and just go on that. So yeah, those are my thoughts on concert band. I see it as necessary and a helpful tool for definitely for hornline people, but I think percussionists definitely need the added education of an extra ensemble to actually improve with. Crack myself up, y'all. I cracked myself up. And I forgot to do that. Alright, let's try that again. Still got plenty of time. Honestly, with this ensemble, I envision like... Hold on, I'm focusing. God dang it. See his house. I'm envisioning like a Boys and Girls Club style kind of place for kids to come to and focus strictly on... Am I stuck? Okay. Focus strictly on, WGI style percussion and performance. But I say focus on that style, but it can really translate to other styles as well. We're gonna run out of time. I don't remember it taking this long. I don't usually take this long. Because I messed up the first time. Alright, here we go. Focus. Alright, screw it. Let's get out of here. Alright. But yeah, like a Boys and Girls Club style area where kids can just focus on improving. I know there's this dude down in Atlanta, the Atlanta Drum Company. They do something similar, and they focus just on drumline stuff. I want to focus on the mallet percussion side of things, which, is a little bit more expensive. Love doing that. And, but in the future, have... ensembles that represent, whatever, what's that called, organization I want to put together. Like, I want to put together a whole, organization and have separate ensembles representing it. And go all the way down to the elementary school level. Have an elementary school ensemble. Have a middle school ensemble. Because that's what's going to make these programs better. Having a decent feeder program And I feel like even that will help, kids going into their high school programs. They'll already go in having the knowledge of their instrument, their technique, all that stuff, and not really have to start over technique-wise. So that's what I would love to do. Damn it, Tails. Why did I pick to play with Tails? Don't you mess me up. Thank you. Alright. So yeah, that's the dream. But like I said, it's a long way off. And now we just playing games and making a little music. Ooh, B. And do I want to do that? Contemplating on what I want to. Do I want to trigger this yet? Nope, so much for that. I just can never remember if there's a. Yeah. No? Yes. No? Oh, wait. Yep. I always forget what's where. Plus, it's been a while since I played this. Yep. Here it is. Coming up after this. So close. But yeah, we playing some games, playing some music. Trying to get y'all interested in what I got going on, because I know everybody and their mama's trying to make a YouTube channel. Everybody and their mama's trying to, make something of this YouTube thing. The appeal is too great. Also, it's not just the money. I know everyone's attracted to the money. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. But it's also the idea of just the freedom of, being your own boss, and, doing your thing and not having to really answer to anybody, really. Except for maybe people on the internet if you do something stupid. But I don't really plan on doing anything stupid. Probably the only stupid thing I said, and I don't really think it's stupid, but, is when I talked about when I got rejected from TapSpace. I'm sure TapSpace doesn't really care about my little YouTube channel. But I said what I said, and I feel the way I feel about TapSpace. Never gonna submit anything to TapSpace ever again. But that's probably the stupidest thing I've ever done. But as far as everybody and their mama wanting to start a YouTube channel, it it has its appeal. It's enticing. It's tough though. It is tough. I'll tell you what though, y'all. I know I talked about this a little bit last time. I know I made it to 400 subscribers. Or not I made it, but y'all helped me make it to 400 subscribers. And I gotta tell y'all, the journey to get there, journey to even just get there, is, not one that I take for granted by any means. It was not easy. Just getting to 400 subscribers was not easy. So I don't know what I'm gonna do when I get to 1,000. Let's go this way. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I get to 1,000 subscribers, cause it's a long journey, and I hate that, like, relatively speaking, 1,000 subscribers isn't a lot. You know, when you look at the top of the industry, my little 400, my little 1,000, it ain't nothing. But I think back to the work that I put into this so far, the planning, the figuring things out, and man, I'm just thankful and grateful that I was able to make it this far. But I ain't satisfied. No, not yet. Not yet. Not till I get my 1,000, and we can do this thing full time. Don't want to fly up there. Oh, tails. Okay, we're gonna die. Okay, let's try that again. Hold on 1 second. Alright, here we go, here we go. Ah, I said hold on a second. Yeah, Tails is configured in my keyboard. Got to reach across there for a little bit. Okay. But yeah, it's, I always got to think back to, the amount of work I put into this. As much as I say, as much as I realize, people, my chosen path of content I want to do and things like that, I realize how niche it is, and I realize how much people actually have an interest in it, or how many people don't have an interest in it. And I realize it's probably going to be a slow burn to grow with what I want to do. But the fact that I am starting to see some growth is something I'm happy with. That's something I'm happy to see. And don't worry about it at all. I'll lose it. But yeah, I'm happy to see the growth that this channel is finally starting to have. And yeah, we're gonna keep going. We are gonna keep going. Actually, can I lose it? Oh, I forgot. There we go. And I hope people are starting to understand what kind of channel I'm trying to put together. Like I said, I hope y'all stick around. And hope you're interested in all the kind of content I want to do, not just the drum corps reactions, not just the music reactions. Because honestly, to tell y'all the truth, reactions are kind of boring. As far as creative, as a creative output, they're probably the least creative thing I do. Like, I'd rather spend time on, the music, learning music stuff, learning. That's in D. So, yeah, a lot of reactions is a lot of repeating the same phrases, catchphrases, and, you know, noticing a lot of the similar things. And a lot of times people watch reactions because they want to see the video you're reacting to, not necessarily see you react to that video. I know a lot of people, they give me a hard time for either turning the video down that I'm watching so my voice can be heard a little bit more. And I'm just like, bruh, it's a reaction video. My voice is the priority. I know I got that complaint on my last my Snarky Putty reaction. Okay, sweet. Yeah, somebody put in my comment section, they tried to tell me, because I wouldn't say I'm the biggest Snarky Puppy fan, but I'm a pretty decent Snarky Puppy fan. I know some things. I don't remember names or things like that, but, you know, they try to give me shit for trying to say someone else was playing a solo or something like that. They try to they're just trying to be a contrarian, you know, instead of, you know, just being a positive, you know, just being part. I just want to keep the environment positive is what I'm trying to say. Tails. Like, my whole idea is just to keep the environment positive and none of this like, oh, you don't know this, you don't know, you know. Y'all understand what I was trying to say, or you should have understood what I was trying to say, or I even think you did understand what I was trying to say, and you just want to give me crap for, you know, trying to make me look stupid or something. Ooh. It's those spikes that make me nervous. But yeah, y'all, I turned the volume down so you can hear my voice. And honestly, I didn't even turn it down that low. Like, people try to say, you turned it down so low, we can't even hear the video. I hear the video just fine when I watch it back. It's the right balance that I like. It's the right balance that I like as far as, you know, wanting to hear my voice over everything else. So, y'all just gonna have to deal with it. So, yeah, I ended up deleting. They say you shouldn't delete, you know, comments like that because it feeds your algorithm and it helps your engagement either way. But I just don't like seeing people try to. I hate seeing contrarians and stuff, you know. Like, they just want to argue just for the sake of arguing instead of actually understanding what I'm trying to say. You know, Tails messing with my rhythm. And I know probably the bigger I get, the more I'll have to deal with that stuff and the more I'll just have to ignore it. But right now, you know, as I'm trying to set a culture, trying to set a community, I want it to be understood that this is meant to be a positive environment for the most part, you know, and we don't just give people a hard time just because we might claim to know more than they do, and we just want to get in the comments and be like, you didn't say this, yeah, blah, blah. Okay, do that on other people's channels. Now, if you want to politely correct me in certain areas, sure, but I ain't gonna listen to you if you're just gonna be like, well, you said this and you ain't gonna do this. Okay, there's a way to go about it. If that commenter would have been like, hey man, oh jeez. That commenter would have been like, hey man, so I noticed you talked about, or if he would have just mentioned the dude's name, that would have been cool. You know, instead of being like, well, he's been in it since the beginning. He's been in there before Corey. You know, like, understand what I meant. You know what I meant. It's the fact that the biggest video that they have featuring a solo is from Corey. Why am I blanking on his name right now? But yeah, the synth player, Corey, what's his name? Why am I blanking? I don't even remember his name now. That's crazy. But yeah, the fact that he's not in the group anymore, so somebody else is playing the solo, and the dude I mentioned was the one I remember playing the solo. And then he just wanted to be a contrarian and be like, well, everybody plays the solo. I'm just like, dude, you know what I meant. Shut up. So yeah, people like that piss me off. We ain't having that in here. Oh man, are we at an hour already? Well, dang, y'all. I guess that's it. We gonna beat this boss and head on out. I was hoping to get to, what's it called? Flying Battery. I'll actually save the game this time, so next time I join in, we'll do that. But anyways, thanks for liking, subscribing. Thanks for the 400 subscribers. Thank you for joining me in this journey, and we'll keep trucking along. I'm on Twitch, I'm on TikTok, all the things. All right, peace out, y'all.